Borussia Dortmund's massive summer transfer revolution. The club have 6 deals on the negotiating table, 2 of which have already been officially completed. On the flip side, 7 players are set to leave, for various reasons you'll find out about shortly. The club have also decided the futures of 3 players currently out on loan. This is BePart Sport's transfer series, and today we're bringing you Borussia Dortmund's summer revolution. Stay with us. Welcome back, guys, to BePart Sports. The loanees' futures. We're starting with Deont Ramage. Borussia Dortmund have been in a bit of a waiting game over Deont Ramage's future, following the end of his loan at Heidenheim. Inside the club, things look fairly straightforward. Gregor Kobel remains the undisputed number 1. Full stop. Behind him sits Alexander Meyer at 35, and the club are seriously weighing up a permanent sale for Ramage rather than bringing him back to warm the bench again. Next up, Kjell Vatjen. His future at Borussia Dortmund has reached a bit of a crossroads after a patchy season with Bochum in the 2nd division. WAZ have reported that talks are currently ongoing about either a fresh loan or an outright sale this summer, particularly with several Bundesliga clubs already showing interest. And finally, Cole Campbell. He's entering the final weeks of his loan at Hoffenheim, with his future still very much up in the air. The loan expires on the 30th of June, and the club are reviewing a permanent purchase after what's been a difficult, unsettled spell for the young American. Injuries derailed his progress on more than one occasion. Meanwhile, outside interest is starting to build. Club Brugge and Anderlecht have both entered the picture and are keeping a close eye on his situation. Campbell looks set to be moving on from Borussia Dortmund. Departures: Julian Duranville. Dortmund's stance on Julian Duranville is becoming increasingly clear. Bild have confirmed that both parties are working towards terminating their relationship, despite his contract running until 2028, with plenty of speculation surrounding his next destination. The strongest interest has come from France, following Dortmund's decision that Duranville no longer fits into their future plans. In the meantime, a formal offer of €1.5 million arrived from Italian side Monza, but the German club rejected it outright. That offer came from a team currently competing in the 2nd division and fighting for promotion: Karim Adeyemi. Adeyemi is back at the centre of the transfer market, and this time there's a straight fight between Chelsea and Manchester United. He's had a turbulent time at Borussia Dortmund this season, with off-pitch issues making his situation increasingly complicated. Team Talk have confirmed that both English clubs are moving seriously to get this deal done, particularly with Adeyemi's contract expiring next year. Dortmund are no longer pushing to keep him the way they once were, and the pressure has been building for months. The numbers put his current market value at €60 million. Serhou Guirassy. The striker finds himself in a period of uncertainty, with significant interest from major European clubs looking to bring him in this summer. Sky Sports have revealed that Guirassy's contract contains a release clause of €50 million, a figure that's opened the door for the likes of Tottenham, Chelsea and Manchester United. The player himself has put a move on the table, seeking a bigger step forward in his career. Inside Dortmund, though, it's not quite that straightforward. The club are keen to hold onto a striker who delivered a strong season, scoring 16 goals to finish 3rd in the top scorers chart. The numbers speak to how important he is to this side. Nothing official just yet. Julian Ryerson. Manchester United are reviving their interest in Julian Ryerson, with the Norwegian fullback at Borussia Dortmund firmly in their sights. Sky Germany have confirmed that interest has been ongoing for months, with his name continuing to circulate strongly within Old Trafford circles, particularly amid talk of Noussair Mazraoui potentially leaving. Dortmund won't let him go cheaply, valuing him at a minimum of €30 million. And for a fullback who made 42 appearances this season and contributed 18 assists, that price reflects the very clear attacking threat he offers down the right. Samuel Ina. Barcelona and Paris Saint-Germain have both entered the race to monitor one of Borussia Dortmund's most exciting emerging talents. Bild have revealed that the 18-year-old Italian made an immediate impression after breaking into the first team in February, going on to make 4 Bundesliga appearances. Capable of playing as a second striker, an out-and-out striker, a left winger, or behind the forward line, he offers real versatility. There's a quiet sense of anticipation around what the future holds for this name on the European market. Nico Schlotterbeck. He enters the conversation through the lens of a long-term contract at Borussia Dortmund running until 2031. But the financial details leave plenty of room for speculation. WAZ have revealed that the contract includes a release clause somewhere between €50 million and €60 million, one that applies to only 3 clubs, Barcelona among them, and remains active until mid-July. All of that keeps the Schlotterbeck file firmly under the spotlight. Julian Brandt. Roma are entering the transfer market with real intent, and this time their focus is on Borussia Dortmund star Julian Brandt. Corriere dello Sport have revealed that the Italian club are preparing an offer of up to €150 million to get the deal done. Brandt, for his part, is keeping all options open, with formal talks expected to begin after his final appearance for Werder Bremen. The player himself has said he's not closing any door, while making clear he has his own preferences going into this period. Incoming. Diego Moreira. Borussia Dortmund are moving quickly. The deal has entered its final stages after an initial agreement was reached with the player. The German club have already sorted personal terms with winger Diego Moreira. Now the big one remains. Strasbourg, who are holding out for €38 million plus €5 million in add-ons. If it goes through at that figure, Moreira becomes Dortmund's most expensive signing ever, overtaking Ousmane Dembélé, who arrived from Stade Rennes for €35 million back in 2016. Kenneth Eichhorn. He's back on Borussia Dortmund's radar this summer. According to Sky Sport Germany, the 16-year-old has become a genuine target for Dortmund, with several other clubs also monitoring the situation closely. His contract includes a release clause in the region of €10 to €12 million, which opens the door for serious negotiations. Ruhr Nachrichten report that Kenneth Eichhorn is planning to make a decision within the next 3 to 4 weeks. Dortmund believe they're in with a chance, but they won't have it easy. Nathan De Cat. The player has entered Borussia Dortmund's thinking as a direct replacement for the Kjell Watkins slot. According to Het Laatste News, he played his final home game for Anderlecht following their 3-1 win over Sint-Truiden and was seen doing a farewell lap around the stadium. A move to Germany looks increasingly likely, and the pressure on Anderlecht's board is clear. They've set a minimum asking price of €25 million to open any exit talks. Nathan De Cat recently visited Germany and held talks with several interested clubs, with Dortmund reportedly the most serious suitor according to the same source. Bundesliga clubs, however, are trying to chip away at that valuation through negotiation, because the numbers, on paper, make this anything but a straightforward deal. Konstantinos Mavropanos. The 28-year-old is seriously weighing up a move to the Ruhr Valley, with English reports suggesting he's already made up his mind to leave West Ham this summer. Internally at Dortmund, the deal has been discussed, but the financial picture remains complicated. West Ham are understood to want around €30 million, a fair chunk more than the €20 million they paid Stuttgart back in August 2023, with his contract running until June 2028. It's not a simple one for Dortmund, especially with competition from both Bundesliga and Premier League clubs. Add to that 41 international caps for Greece, 2 international goals and 3 Premier League appearances this season, and you've got a profile that won't come cheap or easy. Danilho Doki, known for his ability to carry the ball forward from deep, has come onto Dortmund's radar following the signing of Johan Gardon, with centre-back still a clear priority in the transfer market. Dortmund see him as a cost-effective option, and talks between the two parties have already taken place, particularly given the player's desire for regular European football. He's expected to be available on a free transfer. Ethan Nwaneri. Dortmund have revived their interest after Nwaneri's situation at Arsenal became unclear, particularly following a loan spell at Marseille that didn't go as hoped. Within the club, there's no settled view on his future, and talk of a potential sale is growing if the right offer lands. The figures being discussed sit in the £35 to £40 million range, with the deal considered a clean PSR profit, given he's an academy graduate. A second loan, meanwhile, is said to be off the table, which only cranks up the pressure on whatever negotiations might follow.